This tutorial I'm going to show you how to download images off the internet for use for an educational purpose, which we can do as long as we cite our source. We give credit to the copyright owners of the images. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that and keep track, because you must do that as part of all of your projects, whether it's an image that you're borrowing or whether it's a video clip or something like that. You have to keep track of where did you get the content and who's the owner. It's called copyright. Okay, so first of all, let's Google somebody. I'm going to Google somebody I saw, Amanda Gorman, speak at the Joe Biden presidential inauguration in middle of January. This young lady wrote a poem, and it's not your typical rhyming poem, but it was a poem that was capturing sort of the spirit of the time, the good and the bad. And it was a fantastic reading that she did that captured the imagination of literally the world. So there, I've done it by name, Amanda Gorman. That's who I'm going to use as just a demonstration of downloading images. First thing we've got to do, make sure you're using Google Chrome. Okay, I'm using Google Chrome. There it is at the top, Google Chrome. Okay, so that's PC, Mac, or Chromebook. Then we're going to go to the images here, and you can see there's a whole bunch of pictures of Amanda Gorman. It'd be interesting to know if just a couple of weeks ago if we would have seen this much. There's the image here, this image of her in the yellow blazer. She looked great on camera on a bright sunny day. I'm going to use pictures like that for just to show you how to download. Okay, now what you're looking at here on this whole screen are thumbnail images. They're very small preview images of what the actual photo would look like if you download it properly. You cannot download these images. Okay, they're just going to be very small, poor quality. So what do we have to do first? First thing we need to do is go to Tools, Size, and we want to make sure we're downloading a large size. See, right now it's kind of medium or large, or even icon size, so it'd be small enough to go on like a phone or something. We want large images because we have a large canvas, 1920 by 1080 pixels. Okay, so I've now filtered out all the smaller, poorer quality pictures. I love this picture. Let's see how big this image is. What we want to do is find high resolution images best we can. What do I mean by that? Watch this. Click, and it opens. Okay, and there she is there. Now look at the bottom left. Hey, 1920 by 1080, is that familiar? That image that we're looking at was probably taken right off a video of television, because it's exactly the same resolution as high definition TV. So I know that'll fit our canvas. It's exact fit. I don't have to have stuff that's going to be exactly fitting the canvas, but for now we want images that are large, that aren't going to fill just a small part of the canvas. Okay, so 1920 by 1080 is good. Hey, look at the other thing I want you to pay attention to. It's from Axios. Okay, that's the source. And see down here it says images may be subject to copyright. And it likely is. So what we're going to do is we're going to download this 1920 by 1080 pixel image by right-clicking, Save Image As. Not Save Link, but Save Image As. Don't copy the image, just save the image as. Click. It'll open up, and now I'm in a Mac, so it's opening up my file management system called Finder. It's a little happy face down here on the left, if you remember that, if you've used Macs. If you're using Windows, it'll open up in Windows Explorer, and then in a Chromebook, it'll open up in its own place. I think it actually saves things to your Google Drive. Okay, so look, hey, that random number there, that's the name of this file. Useless, right? I'm going to call this Amanda Gorman. And I'm going to actually, at the very start, I'm going to put the number 1. 1 underscore. So I know this is the first image I downloaded. Okay, Amanda Gorman 1. And I'm going to do another underscore. And who owns this image? I think it was Axios. I'm just going to cancel that. Yeah, Axios is the owner. So I'm going to right click, save image as, number 1 underscore Amanda Gorman. And then I'm going to put the copyright information that I'm going to have to submit as part of my project. Axios. Why am I putting Axios in the file name? Because that saves me later of having to go back to the internet and find all the different resources I've used off the internet, whether it's videos or images. It's a time saver. Okay, so put it in there, Axios, and now I know where I got it. So when you submit your copyright page, listing all your resources, your information's right there in the file name. And then you have to go and navigate on your computer and say, where do I want to save it? I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call this Practice Images. Okay, so I know where it is. It's in the my grade 11 course folder, but it doesn't matter. You put it where it makes sense for you. If you're in grade 10, you'll put it in your grade 10. If you're in grade 11, you'll put it in your grade 11. Okay, so there it is, file name. If by chance you don't have all the selections, you just have in a Mac, you have a very condensed box like this that you don't see all the different folders and things, click this little drop down box here. It'll open up your whole computer and then you can navigate. Okay, so where was I putting it? In my course, under my practice images, and I'm going to save it. Okay, so there's my first image downloaded. Now I'm going to pick another one. Again, I want high resolution. High resolution, what do I mean? Well, if it's 1920 by 1080 pixels for my canvas, I want something that's in the well over 1,000, so 1,200 to 1,500 minimum as the number of horizontal pixels. That's the first number. So the first number should be 1,200 to 1,500. Okay, so let me click on this one. See, I don't see the size right now. Click. Oh, there. Drop down the bottom. That is not quite as big of an image, high resolution, as I'd like. It's 944 horizontal by 944 vertical. Let's see if we can find something better. If I can't find something better and I really like this picture, I could make do with it probably. Okay, it's about half the size of my canvas. I love this picture, but it's a split screen. Let me find something else. This is a cool picture where she's this one here. No, it's this. I'm going to take this one. Click. What's the size? Oh, look at that. 1,600 by 1,067. So there's another really high resolution image. It's over 1,600 horizontal pixels by 1,067 vertical. So that'll although it's not going to fill the canvas, it's certainly big enough for us to work with. So right click. This is on PC, Mac, or Google Chromebook. Save image as. Again, now I'm already in that folder. I hate this name. Okay, so I'm going to go number 2 underscore. Keep yourself organized. Amanda Gorman underscore. Who's the copyright? It belongs to Allure. And again, images may be subject to copyright. Learn more. Okay, we're going to assume it is, and we're going to give them credit, so it's Allure. A-L-L-U-R-E. Make sure you spell it correctly. And again, I've named it, and I put it in the right place. Save. Let's find one more. Now, for this third one I'm going to pick, what I'm going to do is undo what I did earlier. Remember I went to Tools and Large, so I get high resolution images, nice big ones to fill our canvas. Well, I'm going to take something that is an icon size. Very small. Okay? I'm going to take maybe that's too small. I'll go to medium. That's more realistic if I forget. So there's a medium size. Okay, so what's medium mean? Icon we know is the size to fit your phone. Very tiny. We don't want those. I'm going to take this one. Great picture. Let's see how big it is. Click. 960. That we could work with. Let me pick something else here. This one. That's pretty big. I'm looking for something quite small so I can really show you in the program why we don't do this. Oh, there's one. 425 pixels by 425 pixels. That's not a high resolution image when it comes to editing. Okay, it's not going to fill our, it's going to be about a fifth of our canvas. So what I'm going to do just for our purposes, I'm going to right click, save image as. This, it said South China Morning News, so I'm going to go number 3, underscore Amanda Gorman, underscore, I think it said South China Morning News. I'm not going to use these images, so I won't be too fussy. I'll save it. Morning Post. So what I'm going to do is, there's the image there. I'm going to right click, show it in my Finder. You can do this also on a PC. And I'm going to right click it, rename it, and I'm going to call it Morning. Click in there. It's like a post. You've all renamed files, I'm sure. So I've given it the right name. So there's my 3 files, 1, 2, 3. It's in Practice Images folder. And that's all I wanted to show you as far as download. The key is you got to go Tools and filter out by going large. Okay, and that'll get you a nice quality image. If there's an image, say an old one, say it's like a person like, I don't know, Terry Fox, who obviously has been passed away many, many years ago. I actually got to see him run, which was an experience in my life. But, you know, they're not taking any more pictures, obviously, of Terry Fox. So we've got to use what's there. So there are exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, we're going to work with high quality images for what we're doing. Okay, now one last word on Amanda Gorman. You must go see her her poem that she presented at the Biden inauguration. It was epic. It was the words just wove through the whole poem. It was just, I mean, she's 22 years old, I believe. It was just fantastic. You really need to check it out. Maybe I'll make that as one of our sort of sub-assignments on one of our days when I'm not actually with you. Okay, fantastic, just fantastic. So that's our tutorial on how to download images. Again, we're doing large sizes. I want you to go get about 3 or 4 or 5 images on your own. Get mostly big ones, but get one small one in the 400s or 200s or whatever. Most of them should be 1200 and higher at least. Okay, that's it. And then we'll start to put them in our document. And I'm going to start by explaining to you how pixels work in a photo editing program and how they differ from a different type of graphic, text, and shapes.